Hey everyone, welcome to 3D Max Basics. This is going to be a little tutorial on the Extend tool for creating some quick low polys once you're kind of in that stage. So let's kind of show you my workflow of doing anything really. So let's take this sphere. We got a sphere here. We got lots of segments. All right, let's say I wanted to model something. Let's say this is a face I made or whatever it is. I took it into Mudbox or ZBrush. I made it all fancy pants. So, let's go in here. Let's just shift it around, right? Let's make ourselves like a really shitty, high poly character. All right, we got a nose. All right, whatever. Here's my terrible character. There we go. Let's give him a little bit of a chin. Alright, so let's imagine this is a really good character. Right? Let's say he's at a mud box, super high poly, whatever it is. Let's give him a little bit better nose here. Or you've modeled something out of a sphere or a turbo smoothed object in 3D Max, or even if you just made something really high poly that's mechanical, whatever it happens to be. There we go, there's a really crappy character. So we have this, and I want to make a really nice, clean, low poly out of this. So what do? Typically we would start with the box, start modeling it all out, but what I really like using is this little extend modifier here. It'll save you a lot of time, just pretty much building anything. So what you'll do is you'll have your high poly mesh of whatever it is you have here in 3D Max. Open up your whatever the tool this is called, I don't remember what it's called. Open up this little panel here, go to freeform, and the first thing I do is I open up this little poly draw panel here, and I click on new object. What that'll do is it'll just make like a blank empty game object here for me. If I could take this off, it's just there, it's literally nothing. It just lets me kind of start modeling something. And then what I'll do is with that object selected in its vert mode here, I will click here where it says grid. There's a little arrow beside it. I'll click that, click on surface, click the little pick icon that appears below there, and click my witch head here, whatever my high poly is. And what this will allow me to do is start drawing on top of this and have the polygons kind of conform to this mesh. So there's a couple things you can do. So the first thing I usually start, I just use this strips tool here. What strips will do is it'll just make like a strip of polygons for you wherever you draw, which is a nice start, but I usually just kind of use it to start off my mesh. I open up this poly draw tool and I change the max distance here, or min distance, sorry, to something a little higher. I'm not quite sure why it's called min distance, but it changes the size of these strips. I guess it's whatever distance in between them, I don't know. Whatever, it makes them a different scale. So I usually just use this and just make a polygon somewhere. Now you'll see my polygon is like right inside this witch's nose, and that's controlled by this offset little number here. So if I put this to 1, it'll offset it by a unit off of the witch's face there. So you see that might be a little high, so maybe I'll do like 0.5. And I'll probably change the color of this mesh to something a little different just so I can actually see. So I've made this one tool here, and then I will click on my extend tool. Oh, excuse me, and I can just live in this tool right now, which is the best. I really enjoy tools where you don't have to go back and forth, deselect, do all that. This tool lets you do everything you want. Now we'll go over the basic tools of the extend tool here. If you ever forget what they are or whatever, just hover over the extend modifier tool, whatever button, and it'll show you all the different things you can do. So first thing what you can do is hold Shift, Control, and Alt, and hover over verts. This is why I like working in vert mode. And you can move them, and you'll see as you move, it will snap that vertice to this mesh, and it won't let you go off the mesh either. So I just kind of start off wherever, if we're going to start on the nose, that's fine. You can start wherever you like. So we'll do that, and then, so that's Control, Alt, and Shift together to move a vert. If I hold those, I can also highlight any specific vert and select it. With it selected, I could do my typical stuff, like hit backspace to remove it, or delete to delete the whole thing. So it's a nice little select tool there. Holding Shift over an edge will allow me, clicking and dragging after that, will allow me to extrude an edge off of that, again, sticking to this model here. So I will extrude a bunch of verts here. I could work with a symmetry modifier on if I want as well. Let's just make the top of this nose, maybe a little smaller. There we go. Let's get that up into the forehead. All right. There we go. So now we have that. Now the beauty of Extend comes when you have a 90-degree kind of extrusion like you do have, like you have here, which allows you just to click on this vert, click and drag out, and it'll just make you a brand new polygon. It's freaking awesome. Let's just do that. So we'll have, you know, we'll probably have some eye sockets coming in here somewhere soon. I might want to start making this into an eye socket. So what I can do is I can take this face here and delete it by holding Control and just clicking over the face. And I'm going to start doing something like that, and I can shift drag out of here. Same with this. This one might be a little steep. All right, shift drag. And maybe make that eye socket, you know, right off the bat. There we go. Now once you you have these two things kind of close by, and you're like, hey, I wanna connect these fellas here. I can hold Control and Alt, click on one edge, and then just drag to the other, and it'll bridge those. Same with that one there. And then I could just continue going forward like this. And maybe I want to just stop that there in a triangle. All right, and we always start going like that. And now you could, you know, you can start seeing that this is getting pretty fast. So I can start doing that. Much faster than just straight up modeling. For me anyways, I really enjoy this tool. It's pretty sweet. There we go, and the rest is just kind of up to you, right? Oh yeah, my lady, which lady does not have nostrils? Oh well, no nose for you. Yeah, I can make this as detailed, as loose as I want. There we go, and look at that. I went from a blobby piece of crap to a low poly piece of crap. This is obviously a terrible mesh to start with, but if you have something really good, this is a really nice way of getting a low poly mesh really quickly. So that's it. That's just a crash course on the Extend tool. Again, super awesome. I use it pretty much for everything. So good luck. Thanks.